Standards Australia has developed a uniform set of guidelines for safety signs. Australian Standard 1319 controls what is displayed on safety signs. Australian Standard 1318 covers colour coding systems that are easily and quickly understood. Australian Standard 1216 classifies dangerous situations and goods. Sometimes a sign will only need to be a picture. Sometimes it will be a written message, or it may be a combination of both. Pictures really help workers with low reading skills and non-English speaking backgrounds. There are 7 kinds of safety signs we need to know about in the workplace. At first they may look different to each other, but they all help keep the workplace safe by telling us about things we can or cannot do, possible dangers we need to know about to avoid accidents and injuries, or where to get help. We all know some signs that tell us not to do something. Just like a traffic stoplight, they use red in a crossbarred circle to say no, and a picture in black to indicate the banned activity. Then there are signs that tell us things we have to do. Notice they are a different colour code, not red for danger, but white and blue, usually to show procedures or equipment that protect our health and safety in the workplace by preventing personal injury. Sometimes we are allowed to do an activity, but only within certain guidelines or limits. Once again, the red for danger circle is used, but instead of a crossbar, we are advised of a safety restriction, such as a speed limit. A very important category of warnings deals with risks to our health. They also have their own colour scheme. A yellow triangle containing a black symbol, warning of the possible danger. These pictures can also have words with them to help explain the risk. An even more important group of signs draws our attention to hazards which are possible threats to life. They contain the word danger on the red background, recognised internationally as a warning colour, together with a description of the threat that exists. Ignoring these signs could have shocking results. Even with the safest workplace conditions and practices, accidents and injuries will sometimes happen. We should be familiar with the location of safety equipment in our working environment. The green and white signs give us a helpful reminder in an emergency. A special danger in any workplace is fire. Red rectangular fire signs with white pictures and wording show where warning alarms, firefighting equipment and emergency exits are found. We should make ourselves familiar with their locations. Other forms of safety signs include safety cones, which are highly visible, easy to carry and quick to erect. They are especially useful in emergency situations and can be made more effective with signs and plastic barrier chain. Barricade tape not only carries a written warning but also creates a physical barrier. Barricade fencing combines high visibility with more effective restraint to define longer-term hazard sites in the workplace. Safety signs should be located so that they attract attention to the intended regulation or hazard. They give sufficient warning time. They are visible and easy to read. and they do not confuse people with clutter and too much information. A no admittance sign should be placed close to the entrance it refers to, at a suitable eye level of about 1.5 metres. Let's try that again. A door opening over a sign is not much use at all. Remember, signs should not be placed where materials or equipment can cover them, or on movable objects, or where the sign itself could be a hazard to workers or the public. Electrical equipment and wiring that are out of service or being worked on, or that can become live, must have warning or danger tags attached to them. A more effective way to isolate electrical hazards is by using a plug lock device on a cable or lockout jaws to keep a switch in the off position. When the problem is fixed, the person who attached the tag or device is the one to remove it. Another kind of electrical safety tag is the appliance test tag, required by the Work Cover Authority to show that appliances and tools have been tested at regular intervals. These tags are colour-coded so a work cover inspector can tell at a glance if they are up to date. Dangerous goods are classified by Australian Standard 1216, which identifies 9 classes ranging from explosives through gases, liquids and solids that may be flammable or poisonous to toxic, radioactive and corrosive materials. Material safety data sheets give information about safe use, handling and storage, as well as chemical content, health effects and first aid instruction. Standard diamond-shaped labels with distinctive colours, symbols, words and classification numbers identify these chemical hazards, which can produce both short and long-term health problems such as burns, poisoning and cancer. All safety signs have a purpose. By paying thoughtful attention to them, you can put safety first in your workplace.